Good morning. Here is the news at 10. First, the highlights. Lagos hosts All Progressive Congress Southwest Assembly. Nigeria Union of Teachers urges state governments to implement 65 years retirement age for teachers. On the foreign scene, voting commences in Tunisia's presidential election. And in sport, Super Eagles head coach Augustine Neguavo invites 23 players ahead 2025 AFCON qualifiers against Libya. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. Governors of Lagos, Ogun, Ondo, and Ekiti states, party stalwarts, leaders, and other stakeholders converged on Lagos for the 2024 All Progressives Congress APC Southwest Assembly. In a message to the Assembly, President Bola Tinubu, who was represented by his Chief of Staff, Femi Gbajabiamila, acknowledged the pains of some of his policies on Nigerians, but expressed commitment to alleviate the sufferings of the masses, noting that there is no pain without gain, which will help build a future generation for a better Nigeria.
He has asked me to say to you that there's a saying, no pain, no gain. But that he sees the gain at the end of the tunnel, and that you should not worry that time will come when we will all sit down, we'll all smile, we'll all be happy, and we'll all thank the government on the day. Thank you for taking these decisions. This is the hallmark of a true leader. He has said to tell you that right now he is not thinking of the next election, but that he is thinking of the next generation. And that is why he is taking the decision.
The Southwest Coordinator and Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, described the gathering as significant to explore ways to work more closely and effectively, share ideas that will take the party in the zone to greater heights. Sanwo-Olu urged members to embrace peace, forgiveness, and reconciliation ahead next general elections, just as he appealed for calm and rally support for the transformative process the country is going through under President Bola Tinubu's administration.
While our country is facing difficult times, which like many other countries around the world are currently facing, the good news is that your government and the center is addressing these challenges with focus and determination. It's up to us as citizens of this region not to succumb to any form of laziness, not to be found in any endeavor of corruption, but to cooperate with the government and the center to achieve the swift recovery that we see on the right trajectory.
Governor of Ekiti, Biodun Oyebanji, mailed support for President Tinubu's administration and called for replication of the assembly at state, local, and ward level, while his Ondo State counterpart, Lucky Ayedatiwa, called for assessment of areas of comparative advantages, and youths should be encouraged and empowered with focus on agriculture. Earlier in his welcome address, National Vice Chairman, APC Southwest, Isaac Kekemeke, noted that the assembly was necessary to appraise APC's performance in the zone, projects for the future collectively envisioned.
If we must improve our 2023 general election performance and meet all subsequent electoral contests in the zone and the region, as I believe we should, the time to commence the planning and mobilization is now. We must deliver in an overwhelming way of Mr. President in 2027. It is time to engage with the very informed and enlightened people of the Southwest. It's time to engage our hardworking and loyal women. It's time to engage our ever vibrant and articulate youth.
In his keynote address, former Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Kayode Fayemi, urged the party to commit to wealth and employment creation, skills acquisition to enhance national development, revamp education sector, empower women, youth, people with disabilities, and ensure the unity, peace, progress of the country, as well as create opportunities for all citizens. The event was attended by Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun, APC chieftains including BC Akonde, Olusegun Oshoba, Party Chairman members of the Southwest National Assembly Caucus, former governors and deputy governors, women leaders, and youth representatives, among others. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has approved the appointment of Mr. Femi Kennedy Giwa as the General Manager, Lagos State Command and Control Center. A statement signed by the Head of Service, Dele Agadumo, said the appointment of Mr. Giwa was based on his expertise, high level of dedication, diligence, and selflessness in discharging his duties effectively and efficiently in the state public service. Before his appointment, Mr. Giwa was Deputy Director and Head Environmental Services Consultancy Unit at the Lagos State Ministry of the Environment and Water Resources. While wishing him a most rewarding and impactful tenure in office, the Head of Service reaffirmed that his appointment will take effect from Friday, 4th October 2024. Lagos State Wastewater Management Office, LSWMO, has continued to demonstrate its dedication to ensuring credible and sustainable wastewater management in the state by yet again sealing off a residential property on George Street at Wongwon, Lagos, for discharging untreated wastewater into the public drains. General Manager of the agency, Adefemi Afolabi, said sanctions will be imposed on the violators in line with the provisions of the Lagos State Environmental Management and Protection Law 2017. Afolabi noted that the agency sealed the property after confirming that severe sewage pollution and offensive odor were coming from the identified premise, posing a high risk of surface and groundwater contamination without concerns to public safety. While emphasizing that the Lagos State government has zero tolerance for environmental violations that could lead to public health concerns, he advised residents of the state to properly manage their sewage system, with properties having wastewater treatment facilities to ensure it is properly managed. In a bid to promote environmental sustainability and meet climate change targets, the Lagos State Parks and Gardens Agency, LASPAC, in collaboration with the Lagos State Ferry Services, LAG Ferry, and the Lagos State Coconut Development Authority, LASCODA, has championed a symbolic tree planting exercise at the ferry terminal in the Mile 2 area of Lagos. General Manager of LASPAC, Adito Wola, explains that the agency is exploring diverse strategies, including involving top government officials to significantly improve the number of trees planted across Lagos before the next tree planting day. But Wola stressed the importance of interagency collaboration and partnerships with stakeholders to ensure the success of this initiative. Wola also called on Lagos residents to get involved in tree planting, underscoring its numerous benefits for both the environment and the beautification of the state. On his part, Managing Director of LAG Ferry, Abdulbak Balogun, emphasized the role of tree planting in advancing Governor Sanwo-Olu's Themes Plus agenda, particularly in the area of traffic management and transportation, as well as health and environment. Now to the rest of the stories. The Nigeria Union of Teachers, NUT, says 23 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory have implemented the 65-year-old retirement age for teachers. National President of the Union, Titus Amba, who stated this, urged the remaining states to ensure the implementation of the harmonized retirement age for teachers without further delay. Amba expressed worry about the non-declaration of vacancies and the stagnation of teachers on Directorate cadre who are teaching in unity schools. No fewer than 600 youths comprising persons with disabilities have commenced a 6-month training on computer literacy and solar installation to boost their self-reliance. The training, which was estimated at 125 million naira, was organized by Innovation, Development and Effectiveness in the Acquisition of Skills, a collaboration between the Federal Ministry of Education and the World Bank. Speaking at the event, the Innovation Grant Manager of Ideas, Usman Tella, They said that the training will empower the beneficiaries to become self-reliant. Taylor said the first 3 months is for training and the other 3 months will be internship, mentorship, and pitching. Now to foreign news. Voting in Tunisia's presidential election has opened with no real opposition to incumbent President Kais Saied. 3 years after a sweeping power grab by Saied, the election today is seen as a closing chapter in Tunisia's experiment with democracy. According to the Independent High Authority for Elections, preliminary results should come no later than Wednesday, but may be known earlier. The electoral board said about 9.7 million voters are expected to turn out. In our sport, Super Eagles head coach Augustine Eguavoen has called Captain Williams Trust Ekong, forward Ademola Lookman, winger Moses Simon, and 20 other players for his month's home and away 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying battle with the Mediterranean Knights of Libya. Wing backs Olaoluwa Aino and Bruno Oyemachi are included, as well as goalkeepers Stanley Nwabali and Maduka Okoye, defenders Oluwashemilogo Ajayi and Calvin Bassi, midfielders Wilfred Ndidi, Raphael Onyedika and Alex Iwobi, and forwards Taiwo Awoniyi, Victor Boniface and Samuel Chukwueze. Reigning Africa Player of the Year, Victor Osimhen is excluded on grounds of injury, just as South Africa-based centre-back Olisa Nda. But defender Bright Osai Samuel makes his way back after missing the duels with Benin Republic and Rwanda last month. Chidera Ejike returns to the fold. Veteran forward Kelechi Iheanacho is also listed, as well as midfielders Fisayo Dele Bashiru and Hassan Yusuf Abdullahi and Frank Onyeka. The Super Eagles will host the Mediterranean Knights at the Godswill Akpabio Stadium in Uyo on Friday, 11th October, before flying to Benghazi to take on the Knights of the Martyrs of Benina Stadium, 19 kilometers away from Benghazi, on Tuesday, 15th October. All the players are expected to report in Uyo on Monday, 7th October. And that is our news at 10. Just before we go, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know the Sanwo-Olu administration supplied 86,000 dual furniture sets to 775 public schools? Can you get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news are the highlights of the major stories. Governors of Lagos, Ogun, Ondo, and Ekiti states, party stalwarts, leaders, and other stakeholders converged on Lagos for the 2024 All Progressives Congress APC Southwest Assembly. The Nigeria Union of Teachers, NUT, says 23 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory have implemented the 65-year-old retirement age for teachers. Also told you that voted in Tunisia presidential election has opened with no real opposition to incumbent Kais Saied. And in sports, Super Eagles head coach Augustine Eguavoen has called Captain William Trust Ekong, forward Ademola Lookman, winger Moses Simon, and 20 other players for this month's home and away 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying battle with the Mediterranean Knights of Libya. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is this broadcast compiled by Sadiq Yusuf. I am Dele Agadumo. Good morning. Thank you for listening.